in the match of 8, the quarterfinals. For reals this time. Crew needs to take this win if he wants to stick around any longer.
I think Toil's pretty much saying that he believes that 2 tax is the best way to approach it with the apothecary, which it might be. I think it might well be. Oh, he can cap. That's encouraging.
He can cap with the bro cap. Heard you like capping.
Oh, captain, my captain. But yeah.
Alright, so if nothing else, they are on opposing sides this time around. Brother Captain's still going towards the left side of the map. Apothecary now on the right. Crew likes the top, apparently. That's what he wanted. It was all a strategy.
Yeah, it's all strategic. Classic strategy. You know what? We're just gonna restart until the random suits the position that I want.
Alright,
But
so strikes.
this is one of the maps though. There aren't that many nuances in terms of lack of symmetry,
Sure,
and dynamism. So it's actually one of my least favorite maps because of that. I don't know about you, but I find completely symmetrical maps very boring.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks, when people first started playing Dawn of War a little harder, were complaining about how maps were asymmetrical and potentially provided advantages, and some of them were a bit more obvious with that than other with some of the placement of garrisons, but overall, yeah, I do like it when it's just kind of a bit more mixed up.
Yeah, it just needs to have some dynamism. It doesn't need to, like, as long as both sides have dynamic advantages going both ways, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's, like, the last thing I want is, like, every single race to be, what's it, heterogeneous? Is that what the word I'm looking for? Homogeneous. That's the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
All the words being, all the races being homogeneous and all the maps being symmetrical, this would just be like StarCraft. Very boring.
Certainly. Well, anyways, so far in this game, it has turned out fairly differently. We had an engagement in the center this time around. Strike Squad did manage to force off both the tax and the apothecary. Scouts now on the back line, kind of running around, giving the brother captain the old rope-a-dope. And it looks like Grey Knights are going to take the center of the map for the time being. We do have operatives coming out once again for Crewfinity, the double tax again for Toilailee. So yeah,
I think this is a decent opener for both players. Nobody's made any significant inaccuracies. They're both playing pretty accurately, and it'll be interesting to see how it develops when Toil gets his massive T1 again, because that's basically what he's saying he's going to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we see the double tax, we're probably going to expect the same build we saw before. Crewfinity is going for the quick power this time around. He's just dropping all those gens right away.
Yeah, maybe his plan is to delay enough to go for a faster tier 2 than last time, which can definitely be possible. He actually spent quite a lot on tier 1 before. Oh!
Those scouts getting perilously low there. One more volley and that would have been it for them.
Like that was 390 damage in what, 3 volleys? Was that?
Yeah, something like that. They are nasty.
Crazy, absolutely nuts. Toil still doesn't like it. Oh no, he's going. He's going for the 2 operatives build. Okay, double ups, no mercy. Here
Oh
we
man,
go.
all right.
Let's see how much your sustain can do against this Toil. I mean that is actually a genuine interest. I'm not 100% sure, like, if apothecary can heal through with double tax.
Right.
My
But
gut says
again,
no.
if the apothecary, I mean, he's going for the assault space marines this time around. So if the apothecary or the tax can just get in melee with those squad, yeah, he's just gonna get in their face.
I'd be curious. It'll be very, very curious to see. Like, as I say, I don't fully understand Grey Knights well enough to understand what options that they have, but I think that it's gonna be damage wars and ASM disrupting and heals, basically.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Like as we've seen already, again, the apothecary getting forced off. The damage is definitely real from those operatives, but I think once you get those double tax and assault marines, like, the tax can just punch their way through all of these light infantry squads, and the strike squad's not enough to kind of rout those bigger, bigger, beefier, especially with assault marines out there.
Well, let's see how effective these double ups are right now. Like, I see what you meant. I think he's referencing the no mercy bit. Okay, so for me, the big thing about this now is, can Toil get down his farm? Because if he can't get down his farm, I think he actually loses long term.
Yeah, I mean, he's behind right now. He's invested, and that's what we saw last game, right? And we even mentioned that when he got that critical push when he did to take out that gen farm, that was pretty important. Scouts in trouble.
And
Nope,
that's
they're
really
gonna get
sad.
through it.
I mean, that is incredibly sad. The first jump these ASM make, revealing their presence, is to get a little bit of damage and stop a squad wipe. Not quite ideal, but he might actually get enough from it.
Yeah, I mean, this is that jump managed to they stuck around a bit too long, I think.
Yeah.
And this kind of turned into a solid. He saved the node even. He's got to drop those gens while he's got the requisition and has the enemy army on the retreat, so he can keep up with the tech bore here.
Bit
But,
surprised
yeah,
that he hung about. Like, I mean, what was there to gain there? Was he gonna get the node? Was he gonna get like 3 gens? I mean, what? Why did you stay? You could have backed off, reset, gone again, you know, and it's like secure your gens and make sure the one advantage that you have, not one advantage, but one of the major assets you have in this game does not go down like it did last game, because then you're in it to win. It might actually backfire.
Right. Oh yeah. See, we even have the tack flamer coming down now, so he definitely wants this gen farm to go down. Crewfinity is heading into tier 2. He didn't get any upgrades on his brother captain this time around, and there's just a lot of meat out here. They just can't. There's too much armor out here. They can't break through right now.
I think this was almost a complete throw in terms of like the way that this game has progressed. Like he's engineered himself into the exact same position he was last game.
Right.
Okay, not exact, but like slightly better, because Toil is actually not even close to going tier 2, but he's going tier 2 and he has no power.
Yeah, that's never where you want to be after you've invested in that tech, is to be in that tier and then unable to get a unit of that tier to really push that advantage and drive that. You know, I mean, it's just like anything in these games where you can have something, but unless you can convert it into a real map presence or rec lead, VP lead, if you can't convert it into something tangible, then it's all for naught.
Yeah, at least the crew actually has a Rhino queued up already, so he can get counterplay. But if he didn't have that, this game could have just been like completely done a 180, you know?
Right. He bled quite a few models going into that too. He's sitting on almost no requisition, so it's going to be very difficult to repurchase that power farm. Brother Captain just in here now finally, and that's if maybe the stormtroopers were out capping and the Brother Captain had been with the army, this could have gone down differently. But he had the Brother Captain out capping the back map, and
To give you an idea of how much Toil just got from that, though, like ASM new level 2, one tack level 2, another tack almost level 2, possibly level 2.5. He got so much from that one push. It was just like, that's why you do not want to overextend in games like these. Certainly not on the right hand side, where they can just make a straight push for your gens and just pressure you off the map.
So
where
let's
is
see.
this Rhino going?
It's gonna. I think he's just gonna try to route the scouts for the time being and allow his stormtroopers to have free reign on that side of the map.
Yeah, I guess.
There's no cloaking going down. The scouts actually have to be careful here. He's not paying attention. I think, yeah, he might be able to follow those home and take them out. He's gonna try to do it. Meanwhile, the operatives hanging out on the far side. Oh, but they need to get out of there. That's too much. He does get the scouts, so that's at least a solid victory on that end. Leaves Toilailee without a squad on the field for the duration of this tech up. So
getting the scout squad was really nice. Don't get me wrong; it was like an upgrade with a sergeant. But his operatives got the node, and he didn't have anything else queued up, so he didn't get another gen. And getting a gen or 2 in this situation, which he could have done, would have been absolutely crippling for Toil, because he has to rebuy scouts, he has to buy a T2 unit, and he has to repurchase gens. That's horrific, and that's an opportunity missed for sure.
Tech's hiding in that garrison. A lot of people forget about those garrisons along that wall there, but they're going to hang out there wait out the storm. Tech's and Apothecary ignoring the Rhino completely, just heading right into that power farm, trying to keep that bleed going, because even now, crew's still pretty low on requisition. But the double operatives coming out, showing the force of those semi-automatic shotguns they have.
Well, going Devastator, which is completely necessary. The Razorback doesn't save the game here, and like a plasma cannon, just definitely does not save the day here. So Devastator is a forced, but not. It's not what you want to buy in tier 2, is it? You know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's what he has to do right now. It's not what he wants to do.
And this is a big problem. Like Crewfinity's edge is just growing and growing and growing, and I don't really see how Toil holds on without getting some really clutch pickoffs of some kind. It's pretty clear that Crewfinity is taking this game taking a very strong advantage, despite having made some really throwy stuff at the end of Tier 1.
Oh, what's he doing with that Razorback? Oh, the melters are coming down.
No.
He's sitting it down there. He thinks he can tank again. What is he doing?
He really wants the tack model, I guess. It's fine. It's absolutely fine, but I don't even think it's worth it for the damage. The damage taken was just unnecessary.
Oh, there goes the melter. What does it have? 109?
Yeah. I think it's fine. No, it's not fine. No, it's not fine. I forgot that it doesn't have an armor access upgrade with unlike Razorback. Well, there goes the Razorback.
Yep, and suddenly, I mean, that Razorback was really what he needed to stay on the field.
Yeah. Is it just me, or does this feel very similar to the last game?
Yeah, it was a couple back and forth. I don't know why he just didn't immediately pull that Razor. Like as soon as he saw that las cannon, he was trying to be so aggressive with it again. And
I mean, the big part of the problem that Toilailee has is that it's not dealing with the Razorback by itself, but dealing with the GK army while supported by a Razorback. So the Razorback doesn't even have to shoot really to get the maximal impact. If they jump on you, just garrison into that, and you just run circles around him.
No, I mean with all these high damage infantry squads, I mean especially the stormtroopers now with plasma and everything, like they can just rip through assault, space marines, tax. It doesn't matter. And since the dev can't do anything about infantry, all it has to do is it's just desperately trying to keep the Razorback under control. It's just I don't know. It's unfortunate that he threw it away like that.
I have to say, because I do recall like a few years ago I did give Crewfinity some instruction, and he is a much better player now than he used to be, but he's made some really not elementary mistakes, but just overall strategic mistakes. Like for example, he was under no obligation to go YOLO with that Razorback. But he felt like he was under pressure to make something happen, so I think he overstayed his welcome and really lost the stable growing advantage, right?
Yeah, definitely. And now both players have a vehicle on the field. They're both bringing the Razorback and Rhinos out again. But
yeah, and Toil is not only recovered, but he's coming back with a vengeance, and the pendulum swinging. I think SM are going to have not an edge, but a very solid way to approach the game for the rest of the game. Unless of course Toil just decides to throw away everything that he's earned.
Yeah, I mean it's just kind of it's that situation you never want to be in. Once that apothecary gets his squads leveled, he kind of hits that critical mass. Oh man, and then
that sink kill. Pretty brutal death for the apothecary.
Yeah, Brother Captain goes down immediately after, but in all that time waiting for that sink kill, he took a lot of damage on his squads, and you can't hold against this anymore. And with that second now Razorback on the field.
Yeah,
Did Crew lost his operatives to the Razorback on the far side, I think?
I believe so. I mean, that's where the red, the +7s are.
Yeah.
So it does look like it. Yeah, Crew's just lost complete control of this game, which is a real shame for him, and it does look like he's got to really pull something out to make this game happen. I'm not sure a double Razorback is the way to go though.
So what is he planning on getting a las cannon on that one?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I think the main problem is that he doesn't have enough damage to punch through the heavy armor when they're supported by their own Razorback, right?
Right. I mean, they've got the support there. They're going to have the heals from the apothecary. He's getting Psy Cannon on the strike squad, which it will add some other reasonable damage, but I just don't think it's going to be enough at this stage.
Yeah, I know I keep saying this, but we cannot forget about Angels of Death for the Space Marines. It's a big ability for Apothecary going into the mid game.
Oh yeah, like as soon as your opponent overcommits to a battle that he feels he should win, you can pop that and immediately turn it right back around, and if not deny the engagement, get a squad kill out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a huge game turner, and it's like if you're playing.
Oh, double rockets coming out of that Razorback.
Oh no, no, dude, that's so dead. He knows it. He knows it. Look at it. He doesn't even bother trying to run. Oh, can he get the...
Oh, he might get the return kill at least, but there's 2 rocket launchers still hanging out there.
So
Even
many,
on the front armor, Smoke
he's
used...
gonna lose. No, he's GG.
Oh my gosh, Crew just beside himself right now. Lost both of his vehicles to those double missile attacks.
Wow.
What a play by Toilailee right there. That was...
It was great play from Toil, but in reality, I feel like this was a Crewfinity, not a straight up throw, but he had really good control and then lost it.
No, I mean the second he threw that race, like these Toilailee is obviously one of our best players in the Elite Mod community these days, and he's just you can't make that kind of a mistake again. I mean, and it was both games, right? Like he played his Razorback way too aggressively, and he paid for it with the game almost. Like there was potential to come back from those losses, but I mean it's so difficult, especially in that first game. I mean the second game was a little more potential there, but man, that was rough.